Hello world, you do not need a name. You do not even need a face. You just need the facts. And the fact is that according to the village lawyer in Midlothian, Illinois, it is a felony to record a village council meeting. This is a reproduction of me. Well, actually it's a hand drawing of me and it's kind of sort of simple, but I'm not an artist this way. Anyway, in an attempt to recreate the events that led me to discover such a fact, as I said, there's a picture of me. That's a picture of Village Hall. That's a picture of me over here, Mayor over here. But we were talking on the phone, but I didn't, have time to sit there and draw out the telephone and the whole wiring, underneath the city and all that kind of stuff to show exactly how we were communicating. But anyway, the general gist was he was consistently saying no. I was pretty much consistently saying yes, but, till he finally gave me the phone number to the village lawyer and suggested that I talk to him. So, here is a recreation of my conversation with the village lawyer and me. In this instance, again, I was getting the same identical two-letter word of no, but this time I at least challenged him on the point of at least tell me why. It's a public meeting. It's a city, or village in this instance, council meeting that typically is broadcast over community access stations. And here is what he told me. He told me that in the village of Midlothian it is a felony. That's right, it is a felony to bring any audio recording devices. Doesn't matter, tape recorder, DAT recorder, digital recorder, phones, camcorders, beta cameras, surveillance cameras, and that's why at least this one panel right here is my public service announcement to let everybody know that in the village council chambers in Midlothian, Illinois, it is, let me remind you, a felony to bring any of that equipment into the meeting. So, but anyway, leaving that all aside because that's the politics side, I did go ahead and attended the meeting anyway, so in the path of recreating these events, what I did was I stuck my notes from the meeting, because you are allowed to bring pen and paper. And I put them in here and put them away and, shoot. Anyway, here are my notes. Now, I'd love to be able to give you real specific information. I know that they talked about some sort of GO bond. It was a general obligation bond, I believe not to exceed $1.7 million. The word aggregate was thrown in there. I missed the dollar amount the first time around. They had an ordinance authorizing expenditures on a regular basis. A whole bunch of things. But my problem was I kept on finding reason to laugh. Like, for example, within maybe 15 minutes of being in the meeting, the sound system that I had positioned myself under one of the speakers so at least I could hear what was being said was disconnected. I can only assume or speculate that an actual switch turned it off. For all I know, there could have been some sort of surge, but it did coincide right around the same time when the mayor swiveled in his chair and did something that I could not see, and I didn't get the chance to actually take a look. So I decided to start looking around the room, to just kind of see what else was hanging on the walls. What else did they want us, as citizens to know about this village council? Something struck me as very, very, very odd, though, which is why I created this public service announcement, and there was not one sign anywhere advising, warning, telling, informing, displaying, demonstrating, stating, or any other terminology that needs to be applied to having something similar to this, in even a decal format, anywhere within the room. And now I cannot necessarily identify where I heard a certain sound, but I could have sworn that the tones that were in a upward scaled increment probably were attached to somebody's cell phone that was sitting up front, but I can't confirm or deny what exactly it is I heard. So, as I said, you do not need my name, but my name is Valerie Martin. This is brought to you by the Esoteric Tiger Network, saying have a great weekend.